It is common knowledge that dogs can become very attached to their owners, and when their owners pass away, it truly affects the dogs as well. Our story today tells about the true friendship between a dog and a woman and the amazing devotion of the dog to her owner. It happened in Brazil. Thelma Maria was a very cheerful and nice girl. She tried to help everyone who needed it. She taught her only son to love all living things and to be responsible for his actions. Once, she came across a small puppy whom she could not pass by. She took the dog home and named her Belina. After that moment, they were inseparable. Thelma Maria spent all her free time with her dog. They walked together everywhere and were very attached. 4 years passed in this way. However, sometimes life can be unfair, even to those who don't deserve it. At Thelma Maria's next doctor's appointment, she was given a terrible diagnosis, cancer, which had progressed to advanced stages. She began the fight for her life, surrounded by her family, including her mother, her son, and her faithful Belina. The dog never left her side. Even when she could no longer get out of bed, Belina faithfully stayed at her feet and did her best to support Thelma Maria. The dog brightened up the woman's last days, and soon she passed away. When it came time for the funeral, it was decided that the dog should be locked up at home so she wouldn't get underfoot. But Belina whined desperately and then rushed out of the house, as if she understood that she needed to say goodbye to her mistress, knowing she would never see her again. So the woman's son led the dog to the coffin. Belina slowly approached the coffin where the body of her mistress lay, and she began to sniff the air. It appeared she was comprehending what had happened, and moisture came to her eyes, realizing that they would no longer play together. After Belina stood near the coffin for a long time, the woman's son took her back home. Several weeks passed since the funeral, and Belina lost all motivation to live. She ate very little, increasingly refusing food and water. So on Memorial Day, the woman's son decided to take Belina with him to the cemetery in order to give the dog the opportunity to spend some time at the grave. He was very surprised when the dog jumped out of the car and went straight to the correct gravesite. This was the first time she'd been to the cemetery, but she knew exactly where to go. Arriving at the burial place, Belina sat there for a long time, not moving, along with the woman's son. The two bonded over this experience and began to spend more time together. It seemed that the dog accepted her new owner, but never for a second did she forget her former beloved mistress. Friends, be kind and responsible towards those you have tamed. After all, they love us as selflessly and devotedly as only a dog can love a person. Truly, there is no more faithful and devoted creature in the world than a dog. Remember this and be happy.